Head to Houston, where we continue to search for answers after that deadly weekend music festival. News Nation's Brian Enton just spoke with a security guard who was there when crowds swelled at Astroworld, leaving these 8 people dead. The FBI now involved in the investigation. And today we learned the 56-page event operations plan made no mention of protocols in the event of a crowd surge. Our team coverage continues today with correspondents Brian Enton and Marky Martin. We begin with Brian, who did just finish speaking with that security guard. Brian, about how he got that job.
Yeah, Nicole, this was really interesting and surprising. This security officer says he was not prepared for what happened at the concert, and he says all of the other security officers who were also hired were also not prepared. He basically says him and his family just showed up to this concert and were given security vests and basically given the job on the spot. We'll get to that in a second, but you mentioned that 56-page document that was signed off on by Astroworld and Harris County, Texas, that went over all sorts of possible things that could have happened at the concert and had a plan for those things. It included terrorist activity, an active shooter, severe weather. What it did not include was a trampling, crowd-crushing event. According to that document, they did not have a plan in place, and that really comes as no surprise after you start talking to the security officers who were there. This man we talked to, his name is Jackson Bush. He basically says he had never even been to a concert before. The most security he had ever done was sitting outside a bank in a car. He works a day job as an auto detailer. Says just showed up, got the job essentially on the spot, and is obviously extremely traumatized by what he saw. Listen to what he just told us. Do they have any qualifications?
I doubt it because I didn't show anything.
You didn't show anything?
I didn't even show my ID.
And you were in there as a security guard?
Yeah, as a security guard.
Did you have a uniform?
I had a uniform. They gave us vests. I was already in this all black. I was already in all
So
black.
wait, so you show up, they don't ask for your ID, they don't ask for any certification, and they just hand you the uniform?
They didn't even ask for a phone number. But see,
they know your name?
They know my name. We wrote our name on like a sign and shit.
Respectfully, do you feel like you were qualified for this situation?
I do. I don't believe I was prepared.
You don't think you were prepared?
I was qualified because I believe that if we were all prepared the right way, that stuff wouldn't have happened the way it did, you know? The way it did. And honestly, even the people, the amount of people that passed and went unconscious, you know, the amount of injuries could have been avoided.
And Jackson Bush actually showed up for this job with his uncle. This is him who you see there. He is in a cast because he actually broke his hand during the stampede. He says at one point him and his uncle just wanted to leave because they were so traumatized by what they saw, and they weren't even sure exactly how they were supposed to help people. Nicole, he says that he signed up for the job because it was paying $17 an hour. He says they were supposed to pay him through Cash App, but he says he still hasn't even been paid at this point.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you